Welcome to News Video Clip. Today, the Consumer Price Index came in and it showed that inflation rose during April, especially with gas prices and energy prices. So, President Trump was asked today what he thought about Americans' financial situations. And his answer was, I just don't think about it. Let's watch the video, shall we?
American financial situation. I don't think about anybody. I think about one thing. You cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon.
Okay. So we got it right there on video. Trump literally saying he doesn't think about Americans' financial situations. Wow. That's not what I recall him running on in the last election. But there he says it. And he does say what he cares about. And that's just about Iran having a nuclear weapon, even though Iran has never actually had a nuclear weapon. He's literally parroting Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who is dog walking Trump into this war, which has lasted now 11 weeks in Iran. And it is costing Americans billions in tax dollars, and it's also costing them at the gas pump. That's just pathetic. Trump is so weak. But the people who are even weaker than him are the Republicans who literally denied what we just watched. They claim that Trump never said that he doesn't think about Americans' financial situations. Here's Representative James Comer from Oklahoma.
Mr. Comer, what do you think of Donald Trump saying today in the press conference that he doesn't think about Americans' financial situation?
I don't know that he said that.
Yeah, he said it with the mics during conference.
That's not what I hear him. Every time I talk to him, he's focused on affordability. So,
What about gas prices, though? That seems to be like what a lot of people are talking about.
Wow, look at him haul his scared little ass right away from the reporter. James Comer. Oh, wow, you were so tough during the Hunter Biden hearings. Remember what a tough talker James Comer was? Look at him haul his scared ass as fast away as he can. That is pathetic. And here's another pathetic Republican, Troy Niles. He's going to be asked the very same question. And let's see what he says about Trump's statement.
Congressman, what do you make of Donald Trump saying earlier today that he doesn't think about Americans' financial situation?
He doesn't think about America's financial situation.
Americans, like the American people.
Oh, he does. Donald Trump cares about everybody. He cares about it. He's concerned about fuel prices. He's concerned about it all. He wants to make America affordable for everybody. He loves America. He's an America First patriot. So,
oh my God, well, how pathetic! This guy is just bold-faced lying. He's such a wimp. He's such a beta male. He has absolutely no spine. In fact, I hope Troy Niles doesn't hurt his back while he's bending over to grab his ankles for dear leader Trump. You're pathetic, Troy, and we all saw what a loser you are. Speaking of losers, here is Trump's Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, Scott Turner, being asked during a congressional hearing about the problem of homelessness. Now, he's going to be asked some very specific questions, and he has no specific answers. Watch Representative Rose DeLauro just chew him up.
Secretary, how many beds of permanent supportive housing are funded by this program?
well, thank you, Mr. DeLauro. I really
I need a
appreciate
number
that.
because I'm going to
You
run
know,
out of
the
time.
housing first model, as you said,
How
and as I
many-
said before, is
with all due
indeed
respect,
a failed model.
With all due
And
respect,
we need to change the way
you don't
that
know
we
the answer
approach
to the question.
homelessness.
The answer to the question is it's roughly 170,000 beds of permanent supportive housing funded by the program. How many permanent supportive housing beds are proposed to be eliminated in the fiscal year 2027 budget request?
Ma'am, I believe that we'll be able to serve more people
It's going to
in
be
the way that we
170,000
are
people.
proposing to do COC.
Do you know how many formerly homeless people could lose their housing under this budget proposal?
What are you saying?
I'm asking you, what can you tell us? How many formerly homeless people could lose their housing under your budget proposal?
What I can say is that we'll be able to serve more people.
Okay, it's estimated to be more than 217,000 people, including children, who currently rely on continuum of care funded housing that would not be continued under this proposal. Mr. Secretary, do you know what is the fastest growing population?
So, anyways, this goes on for another 2 minutes, and she keeps asking him very specific questions, and Scott Turner can't answer any of them. He just sits there and parrots the same thing over and over and over. Now, you may have noticed he talked about how he's against Housing First. And Housing First is the first thing you do for a homeless person is find them shelter, is find them a place to live. And he's against Housing First. So what's going to happen next is Representative Jim Clyburn from South Carolina is actually going to call him out on this one and asked him about his ridiculous logic. So let's take a look at this.
People instead of treating them
Okay.
and getting them transformed.
Okay. So if you are mentally ill, in need of housing, then because you have not been treated by the appropriate agency, we're going to render you homeless.
Sir,
That's the natural conclusion to your statement.
it actually is not. My statement is saying we can't just house people. We have to continue to care for them to get them
We are just
healed
housing them. We are
and
housing them.
transformed. We got to house them first, second, and third. It doesn't
How do
just
you
stop.
house them if you take all the money away?
Housing first is a failed model, sir.
I know slogan there. So I'm not dealing with slogan there.
So perfect response by James Clyburn saying he doesn't slogan. He is cutting the guy off. He can tell all the guy is doing is just parroting Trump's slogans, and Clyburn is just not having it. And once again, this shows that the Trump administration does not care about Americans. They literally want to cut help for homeless Americans. And you heard Trump say this at the beginning, how he doesn't even think about Americans' financial situations. This is exactly what you Trump people voted for. This is what MAGA wanted. So you guys have no right to ever complain for the next 3 years. You voted for this nonsense. And by the way, why is it Joe Rogan and Benny Johnson and Tim Pool, none of those guys cover these stories? Not one of them. In fact, the stuff they do say, they never back it up with any evidence. We do. We literally put the links for our stories right underneath this video. So please fact check us. We welcome that. Also, please like and subscribe, or you can hate us, but please subscribe, and we'll have more news stories for you later. Thanks.